Now, in high definition, you're watching KFDM 6 News at 6 in HD.
From a royal palace called Buckingham to a college campus in Baton Rouge. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Thousands are flocking to Louisiana State University tonight for what many are calling the real wedding of the century. LSU officials have been preparing for weeks for the marriage of Amanda Chapman and James Bullman. Reporter Karen Hayes has been following both weddings. She joins us now live from LSU's Lod Cook Center. Karen.
Yes, Bill, I've had the great fortune of attending both weddings, of course, last month in London, and now we're at the Lod Cook Center on the LSU campus where things are very quiet. That's because police here have cordoned off a 2-block area to allow some privacy for Amanda and James and their wedding guests. Right now they are inside at a rehearsal dinner. Before that, though, we walked around campus, and here's what a few people had to say about this upcoming nuptial. What did you first think when he proposed?
That it was time.
He must have known that her personality and everything he expected was what he wanted, and he just went for it.
It was romantic, lovely. It was something like when he proposed to be my husband.
I mean, everybody have their dream. Maybe that was her blessing come true.
It's kind of like the movie when the prince goes to save the princess in the real world. That's what I think.
I think he made a wise choice.
Very talented, very attractive woman.
It's very exciting. I'm so happy for them. It's wonderful, and I like their ages too. I like that she's 20 and she's been able to do a lot of things, learned a lot of things, and a little bit more mature.
Very much grateful that they are getting married.
Bill, there are a lot of similarities between the royal wedding and this real wedding of the century, but there is one huge difference. I'm the only one wearing a hat. What's up with that?
It's a hat? Oh, we thought it was a bird for a moment. Thanks, Karen, reporting tonight. As Karen told you, the real wedding of the century is taking place at the alma mater of James's undergraduate studies, LSU. But Amanda attended the University of Texas in Austin. According to officials, their chances of ever meeting were quite slim. Two types of people, two very different worlds. Just how did it happen? More when we come back. Amanda Chapman was born in the thriving metropolis of Baton Rouge among privilege, education, and Jewish summer camps. James was raised in the wilds of North Texas on a ranch, riding horses before he could walk. Just how did this unlikely pair meet and fall in love? Karen Hayes files this report.
Winter on the Mississippi can be lonely sometimes. The sun sets low, the nights grow cold. But none of that seems to matter when a baby sister is on the way.
I just remember sitting there waiting and reading books and reading books and reading books with my grandma and my little red suitcase, waiting to hear that I had a new little sister.
The big city on the river would be home to Amanda Stacy for the next 8 years. She was born the second daughter and last child of Bobby and Ann Chapman. By all accounts, Amanda was tiny and serious. As a baby, she was unsettled. As a toddler, intense. But life in the Chapman home was often filled with little girl dreams and overnight adventure.
We used to play all the time in the house. You know, we used to like to make each other cinnamon toast, and we used to like to watch movies and have slumber parties, and we very often had slumber parties in my room because I had the double bed and she had just the single bed with the trundle, and her trundle was not very comfortable. But I remember having lots of slumber parties. One of us would sleep in the closet sometimes, even on the floor, and we had a great time.
Destined to be the youngest child, Amanda Chapman grew more headstrong. She longed for the spotlight of authority and was determined to find her place in the family. The small, quiet girl would soon find a way to be heard.
From her middle childhood, I'd say maybe 4th, 5th grade on, she got a little bit of a stubborn streak.
We would go to restaurants, and when she would eat, she would hold her nose like this so that she felt like she didn't have to taste anything when she ate it. And I just will never forget that she did that so many times.
For Amanda, stir-fry was ugly, and life with a civil engineer, accountant, and librarian quite mundane. But the family moved to Beaumont, Texas in 1993, and it was then that Amanda declared emancipation and forever changed the Chapman legacy.
She was a cheerleader, and she had a good friend from camp who was also a cheerleader, and they thought that it would be important to school all of the young camp children in the ways of what's cool and what's not cool. So Amanda and her friend got up during lunch one day. You know, it was an announced skit, and now we have a skit from Cabin Whatever. And so Amanda and her friend got up, and they did this whole skit on ankle socks, cool, knee socks, not cool.
If Amanda was a socialite cheerleader, the man she would marry was anything but. James Ridgely Bullman was a boy from North Texas country. His early years were filled with dogs, horses, and accidents.
James was always the gullible one, so me and Abe used to try things out that we wanted to try out, but we used James as the test dummy, okay? So one day we're on the back of this barn thing, and we decide we want to go parachuting. So we take a backpack, stuff a sheet in there, zip it up, and put a piece of string on the zipper of it. And we tell James, just jump, that's your ripcord, the sheet will catch you and you'll fly. I think he broke his foot.
James had the worst smelling dog of all time, Cowboy, who I think's on their parents' shelf in the house, which is weird, but whatever. Yeah, that dog, it smelled horrible. I've met prostitutes and homeless people that smell better than that dog.
He was asked to ride horses for, Kobe Bryant and all kinds of people just to, demonstrate how to ride for these guys or show the horse off for these guys. So, really? It was pretty entertaining, to watch him do that thing. It was something, I think it was the first thing that he really did in his life that was, he did really, really well and was good at, so I think that definitely the horse thing put him on a pattern to where he is today from that standpoint of really putting your mind to something and doing something that's much bigger than you are and way above where you should be.
After high school, James pursued different interests from the family. He moved to Baton Rouge and attended LSU, where he longed to explore his paternal Jewish roots. He became active in Israeli politics, making several trips to the homeland of his ancestors. James Bullman longed for a Semitic world, which meant finding a good Jewish wife. But who could rival his Rough Rider upbringing? Amanda Chapman would soon be on her way.
The newlyweds will be spending the next few years in Baton Rouge while James completes law school. Amanda will be honing her skills as a speech pathologist, and we at KFDM TV want to wish Amanda and James much success and happiness over the years. We leave you tonight with a tribute to their life together as man and wife.
You